Hello, everybody. This is Fatima, and I'm here to do an energetic reading for all signs, all 12 signs, okay? As many of you are heading toward, all of us are headed toward the full moon, and many of us are still doing healing work. We're still cultivating and we're still clearing. My information is in the description box. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell for any upcoming videos that I may upload that may be of interest to you. Um, Remember that energy is fluid. It moves like water, and energies are interchangeable. So you could be a masculine or a feminine, or you could just be watching. And if a zodiac sign comes up, you can look at your birth chart and see how it applies to you. So take the message, how it may resonate for you along your journey. This is just a compass. Um, Use this information as a sign as you are headed on your journey. Okay, so I'm doing a vibe check to see who is coming toward you. Okay, so after a little bit of meditation, some people have a stranger coming toward them that you may think that you have fallen in love. Um, I see someone that has a love of their life that's coming toward them. I see this person being someone that is independent. They're like the leader of the pack, somebody that is an individual, somebody that works alone, stands out on their own. Not really works on their own, they can work with others, but I see the person coming towards you as an authority figure. Okay, many of you have family members coming toward you, okay, that are toxic, still in codependent relationships. There are family members that are having misunderstandings and fights. And I feel that you are on a path of enlightenment and healing. You have gone through or are preparing for a transformation in your life. I feel like you're going through a cycle, and a cycle is almost complete. Once this moon becomes full, we'll basically start to clear away what we don't, what no longer serves us. So that is a cycle that is getting ready to close out as we prepare for the new moon in what, Pisces. Okay, so now there has been a little bit of a shift. The North Node is in Pisces, and so the North Node in Pisces, 111 on the counter. Okay, the North Node in Pisces is about focusing on your spirituality, your creativity, and using your intuition, working on that sixth sense. So the reason why I'm doing these readings, because one, I feel like it, and two, I feel that they will be of good use to people that I inspire as I heal along my journey. So I hope this message will help you. Okay, so with the Pisces going from Aries to the Pisces, I mean, with the North Node going from Aries to Pisces, it's going from self to now, okay, you should have mastered yourself. Okay, now you have to work on your intuition. You may have discovered yourself already. Okay, so now you know you have some type of gift. You know there needed to be some type of change. So that change occurred. There was some type of shakeup in the foundation. There was some type of disruption or surprise that you've gone through that got you to this point where you realize that something is off, something is odd. There was a point where you realized what needed to change. Okay, now as you work on your spirituality, some things that you realize need to change is your relationship with toxic family members and friends. Because remember, we're still in Aquarius, so that's the house of friendships. Now, Venus has changed and it is in Aries. So, Venus in Aries is, first of all, Aries is a leader, but they are impulsive, right? So, a person with Venus in Aries, and we're all being influenced by this energy. So you don't have to have Aries in Venus. As you do your spiritual work, you have to adapt to these different changes. So the Aries in Venus, which is the planet of love, Aries is the planet of is ruled by the planet of Mars, which is war. So Aries is the masculine. Venus is the feminine. Taurus, Libra, Cancer energy. Okay. So now people with an Aries in Venus, that's like the masculine sitting in the home of the feminine, and Mars is in Cancer, which is the feminine energy. So it's like after you discover yourself, there's the fight, the inner conflict, and there becomes then comes the reflections of yourself, your shadow aspect, aspects of you that were hidden that you needed to discover, and they were reflected based on how you were brought up, based on what it is, everything that you've known thus far. Okay. So these people with Aries and Venus, they're not afraid to make the first move, and they love to express their desires in love. Okay. They're not afraid to go after what they want. They like the chase. They like the thrill. They like the hard to get attention. So with that being said, Venus is the ruler of Libra, all the relationships. So it is very, you have to be very careful, because even though we're not in a retrograde, you may fall in love very quick. And if you have not finished healing and you are in denial about what you need to heal, you're going to fuck around and fall in love, and you're going to find out that that person that you thought you was in love with, because you're still under the illusion of the moon, right? Because Aries is damn Aries, impulsive one. But a good Aries has control, right? After they've gone through the lessons, because it is the first masculine, the first house. Okay. But Aries in Venus is all about rushing based off of the excitement, right? Relationship could become very physical, very fast. Feelings can develop. You may think you are so in love with a person, but the illusion will shatter, because you have to see the good and the bad and the ugly. And then that will reflect whether or not you are lowering your standards still, or if you are leveling up in healing. Okay, sometimes um, these people can see love as a bit of a game or competition. So you may have you may be, because it's moon energy, it's heightened by fantasy, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is the planet of illusion, fantasy, the imagination. So with us cultivating, and it's very important you understand this, with us cultivating, okay, you going drifting off into a fantasy. If you are working out of your power, your black cat feminine energy, if you are an alpha feminine or an alpha male, you don't run behind the pack. You are the leader, right? So basically, you don't want to get too wrapped up into something and then fuck around and call it in based out of your own toxic traits. Okay, so if you're not aware and you have toxic family members or people that are codependent around you, you not being aware, okay, of self and of what is happening will cause you to keep choosing, um, continue to not choose self in situations where you need to choose self. Okay, so the divine wants you to recognize all of the signs and the red flags that are that you're seeing. Pay attention to your dreams. They're offering clarity to you. You just have to accept them. Okay, so now there's the challenges with Venus in Aries, and I'm not sure how long it's going to sit there. So Aries loves a challenge. They thrive off of challenges. So if you're a person that does not like to challenge or face challenges head on, you might not want to deal with Aries, because Aries is all here for it. They have to push those buttons. They have to get energy out of that. That's what grinds their gears, basically. Okay. They are the self starter. So some of the cons with Aries and Venus is rushing into decisions without considering long-term compatibility. So if you're online, you're searching for a new love, a new boo, The moon is a motherfucker because it can be very, very tricky. And I'm blunt. I'm me. What you see is what you get. Um, I'm very transparent. So if I curse, hey, I'm sorry. This is me. I have a big vocabulary. I like to express myself, but when I'm down to earth, when I'm in my world, this is me. Okay. So I'm being my true, authentic self in this very moment, and I'm doing it for a reason because there are people that I inspire also, and the people that have inspired me, you know, I learned to hear to be my true self. So I know for people that thought they knew me, only knew a shadow version of me. And I think that, well, I know that people are trying to accept the new version of me while I have already done so. Okay. So the message, another message in this reading is to always be your true self and don't change who you are for nobody. People will either accept you for who you are or they will continue to wear a mask and attract others that are fake and phony. So I just saw 111 again, and now I saw 1111. Okay. So now the other challenge with Aries and Venus is being difficult with commitment, being non-committal. So the illusion can show us that Aries with in Venus will struggle with maintaining stability in relationships due to their desire for constant excitement and change. They are their home planet is Mars. Is That's the ruler of Aries and Scorpio. Scorpio is all about change, death, and rebirth. Constant transformation. You're constantly evolving, you're constantly growing. You can't stay still. So it is important that a person with that type of personality in terms of love and relationships, because that's Venus. Okay. Love and relationships can be challenging at this time for some people because Aries is still discovering themselves. Aries is the house of self. I am. So everybody's going through the stages that Aries prepared us for. Okay. So now, conflict and aggression, if not managed well, their passion can manifest as anger or arguments in relationships because they don't like to feel restricted. They are the leader, they are the baby boss. You can't tell them what to do. That's it. So their energy may come off as a little bit selfish, stubborn, arrogant, prideful, and ego. But we have to adapt because our journeys are about the self. At the end of the day, when it's judgment season and it's our time, we are judged based on us being our true self. And if you get with someone that doesn't appreciate that, then you're 9 times out of 10, you're with someone that's codependent and karmic. Okay. So I'm just going off the vibe that comes toward me and I'm just putting it out there. Okay, so many people are having to look at themselves, okay, and how they stand out from others because that's what Aquarian is, the group, and then this is you. Okay, so you stand out from others. There are people that you consider as family or friends that you may need to transform your life from. Because if you're finding yourself doing the same thing and there's really not much change to whatever it is that you're doing, then you have to make a change in some aspect of your life that is going to allow you to transform. You have to go through this metamorphosis. And if you avoid it, or if you try to avoid it, if you keep hiding, what happens is the closet is no longer going to shut because for so long you've been hiding, and now things are needing to come out. Okay, you have to trust your gut. If something isn't right, it's not right. But it doesn't mean to act because Aries can be the impulsive one. So you have to think before you act, right? Be slow to speak and quick to listen, right? Respond, do not react. And then if you have to react, just respond by not reacting. It's the same scenario because it's all energy. It has to go somewhere. So now people are having to look at themselves and remove the mask. There are family members and friends, people that are portraying themselves to be something that they're not because they are under the illusion. Some people could even be under the illusion that they love themselves because they're not taking the time to really get to know themselves. So with Venus ruling over Taurus, which is your material, your possessions, People may think that their possessions and what they have makes them this or that, right? that that you who you are at the soul, um without all of those things, is what matters most. So what the North Node in Pisces is teaching us, the North Node is the path that you must follow and that you have to adapt to. So now, with us being in Aquarius season, Aquarius tells us to research, to get information, to accept things and adapt to change, because Aries, no, Aquarius is fixed. Okay, Leo is fixed because of the pride and the ego, right? They can be selfish. They want things their way. The song I'm hearing also, I kept hearing, was My Way by Usher too. And Scorpio is a fixed sign. This is Scorpio, hiding the secrets, secrets coming out on their own. Okay, Libra rules over your open enemies. You don't even have to do anything when it comes to the house of Libra, because people and situations will expose themselves if you are patient. Okay, now if you rush things and you act on impulse or in emotion, then you don't get the answers that you need. So you need to give things time to let people discover themselves and let people reveal themselves. And as you learn people's behavior, you learn your behavior, because you adjust accordingly, or you either sit and you feed off of each other's toxicity. Now, the whole idea is to come out of codependency and continue to break generational curses. Now, if you refuse whatever your calling is, then you'll take losses because you're not on the correct path. You're not facing in the right direction. So basically, the longer Pisces is like the energy of God, of Christ. Okay. So that's your state of consciousness. You must find your peace by tapping into your creativity. And the way you do that is through your imagination. Okay. But that is how you connect with the spiritual realm, because it is what the unknown it's what you don't see. Okay, 1717 on the clock, which is the star card twice, which is 1111 again. All right, so now, connecting with the world intuitively and embracing your spirituality, healing and mending past hurts. So you have to find forgiveness. You can sit there all day and say what you're not going to do, but if you are operating or followers of the Most High, of your state of consciousness in Christ, right, then you are aware that you must forgive. If you don't, then you're choosing to stay stuck and stagnant, because we have to move forward. So after a while, what happens is the energy that you hold on to begins to consume you and create a bad version of you. So when you let go and you heal, then you can grow, because you have to pack light in order to travel light. So now, on your path, we're going to see which way you're going. Now, because there are a lot of people that are still refusing to shift and they're having to be isolated, um, the illusion will tell you that you need to hold on to these people, continue to please them emotionally, because they are afraid to let go. And it's just an idea. And programming is a motherfucker, because if you were programmed to believe and think and breathe and eat and worship this way and do this and that, and at some point in your life you don't have peace, you have to find it. And the reason that you're not at peace is because you're not operating out of your true the frequency of the Most High, because the Most High is peace, right? Okay, so now, self-care. You have to find ways to care for yourself. Love yourself the way you felt. Love yourself in areas that you feel need love. Okay, you will not find it in a soulmate. The soulmate is someone that is here, that's going to accommodate you, and you embark on your journey together. It's a life partner, somebody that you're meant to be with, because you're not meant to hop around until you find the right one. This ain't no Easter egg hunt, for real, for real. And we ain't even gonna get started about the damn Easter bunny. So anyway, stay woke. So now, how this will affect you is that you're going to feel a shift in your vibe and the world as a whole. So the reason why you see me doing collective energy is because I am a light worker and I adapt to change. So I have to constantly compartmentalize and meditate and tap into the sound of the frequency of Mercury, where I sit. right? And I have to adapt. And so I am the listener to the spirit. I am the listener to the sound. I have different ways of tapping in. I have, because when one area needs work, the vision, the third eye, I tap in a different way. So there's many gifts that we all can tap into to sharpen off our psyche. It is all about the message. I am the messenger. Okay. I study a lot of different areas and I find ways to bring the message out and to help heal the body, the group of people. All right. So now, all right. So now you may also be called to connect with the unseen world, the unknown, and trust in it. That is how you have faith. So you notice many people, they preach having faith. They act like they have faith, but they know they don't have faith. These A lot of these people are feeling, and now the key word is feeling, because the program teaches us to respond to certain words because they carry certain frequencies. But if you use Neptune's imagination, you can find a different perspective in the meaning of certain words. So if you don't like the word luck and you prefer the word blessing, well, what is it about the word luck, right, that makes you think and feel like that is a false word? You see what I'm saying? So now you have to find meaning in that word by breaking it down to the root. This is why you have Latin meanings of the words and stuff when you look it up in the dictionary and they tell you what it all means. Okay. So now you'll notice that your subconscious approach to life is going to also change. You might become more spiritual, especially if you pay attention to your dreams. So your dreams are actually the reality, and our reality, when we open our eyes from the rest position, is the illusion, because this is the eyes are what um, are the perception based on what we were told. That is the program. Our eyes project from program, from what we see on TV, which is Gemini energy devices. That's Gemini, Aquarius, and Virgo. That is all communication, thought, analyzing. Capricorn also, because it looks at things over and over and tries to find meaning. And then Libra, which is ruled by Saturn. This is all Saturn and Mercury. And with the moon, it all influences our time, restriction, order, the way we see things, how long we're sitting there, and everything. So now looking at your birth chart is like another map, okay, to explore the self. Your birth certificate is your 3D self. Your your birth chart is your spiritual self. So it's very important that you get an understanding of what it is that you don't know, because that is one of the main reasons why people are judging one another in the first place, because people are afraid of what they don't know. They're afraid to look into the dark, into the unknown. You don't know what's behind that closet door, but your mind is telling you to be in fear of something you can't see. Now, some people have the gift of vision to see apparitions and different things like that. Those are different levels of psyche based on people's journey, where they were at previously before they transitioned to who they are now, right? So your birth chart would also help you discover who you were in a former life. So now with Pisces in Virgo, the South Node in Virgo, um, let me see, the South Node in Virgo, um, being the ruler of health, work, service. Many people could have been a person of a perfection, a bit of a perfectionist in their previous life. Could have worked in healthcare, could have worked in anything dealing with finances, being of service, like helping people. Um, these people need to embrace imperfections by allowing themselves to make mistakes and be less judgmental of yourself. If you are less judgmental of yourself, then you'll be less judgmental toward others. Okay? You might need to let go of critical tendencies and the need to micromanage yourself. Go easy on yourself, because Virgo can't analyze, and Virgo, damn Virgos, we are the perfectionists of things, right? We like to get it right, get it in order. See, get it in formation, get it right. 1, 2, by the steps, by the numbers. Like, it got to make sense in order for it to be truthful, for it to be factual. So Virgo and Aquarius analyzes together. It kind of works together, because you got to get your research and the data. Virgo stores that information, and then Cancer makes us feel the information. Whatever aspect you have in your moon will influence the way you process things. Okay, you got to find your balance, and you need to find balance between being productive and taking time to rest, because Virgo can overwork. You ain't stopping. I don't. It's kind of a draw, but I'm gonna say this: ain't nobody out working a Virgo, and ain't nobody out working a Capricorn. But see, Taurus, in order to get that bag that Taurus got, you got to work with Virgo and Capricorn, and that's to work your career and your possessions, what you work for, what ultimately what is your dream, your end goal, right? But if you lack vision, you lack creativity. And if you lack both of those, then you lack vision. So oftentimes we are distracted by the program, and it's hard for us to tap into our creativity because we're so busy being told by other people what it is and what it ain't. But you got to go and discover that. And you have to be Aries and be bold and discover who you are on a spiritual level, who you were meant to be. This is how you discover your purpose, and not giving a damn. See, Aries teaches us to be be your own boss. Capricorn, the father figure with Aries, says whatever you're going to do, be the boss at it, be the best at it. The mom says, it's okay, sweetie, life gets better. You see what I'm saying? It's all those elements that you wanted to hear that you didn't get to hear. And if you did hear it, it may have been in a toxic manner where you could have grew up rough and you needed a little bit of tenderness. If you grew up tender, you might need a little bit of roughness. So you have to find balance as an adult. And then as an adult, you break those generational curses and you pass those lessons on to your children, which create generational wealth. Because your wealth is your state of mind. Your mind is your health. Because if you ain't got control of the mind, somebody will control it for you, and it caught a lot nash. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to fake like you're busy in order to properly close out chapters. You might have to tell a little white lie. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't on shit. But at the same time, it's tricky because there is power and life in the tongue. So we also have to learn the words that we speak, because people come in different forms to get us to say things and cast spells over ourselves. The toxic relationship that you have stems from the relationships you had with your mother and father. And it doesn't say go back and look at them like, oh, I can't stand you. You have to find forgiveness and accept who these people were and are in our lives as different types of teachers. So you may have siblings. They might have been the ones to teach you who stab you in the back, because you know family will do it first. You know they do it first. Them the ones that know you to cook the most. Those are the ones that seen you at your worst, right? And then you meet these friends along the way because you were hurting, because family abandoned you in some type of way. So you had to adapt. And when you adapted, you attracted toxic relationships. You adapted to the change by saying, fuck it, I'm gonna go here, or I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that. But you had to learn lessons because one cause became an effect, right? Okay, so now there's a lot of messed up people around. You might have to I think you can see it like this. You might have to pretend that you're a little bit busy in order to complete this transformation. All right. Someone sees you as a bond. You see what I'm saying? They're very codependent. These people only are only looking for a. Some people are punching bag, and I hope not. Some people are looking to place blame on others, and they don't want to change because they want to change on their own time. They want things their way, right? They don't want to adapt. But when they don't want to listen, it's like a little kid saying, "Mommy or Daddy said, come do this, and that." And that other person that you're giving a message to, they don't want to change. Well, guess what? The universe comes in. This is Libra energy, and you're going to get it in the pockets through divorce, property, criminal issues, criminal damages or criminal issues, paternity issues, child support issues, traffic ticket. I see that there's some people that are still going through that. There's issues of that type in families, because people get in relationships because they're under illusions and they think that they found a person for them, and they really found a karmic because they didn't take the time to heal. And this is what is actually manifesting from now, from the present position. So when this takes place, when you decide to change, that's when it starts. The moment you say, I'm going to tap into the energy of the sixth house of Virgo, because now I'm looking at what's healthy and what's not. I need to compartmentalize and start making decisions for myself. Okay. So now people are going to call you. See? People that have your phone number want to stay in touch with you. You might have to let them know they need to get the fuck on with this bullshit before they fuck around and find out, because you are needing to heal, but you don't have to say it in that way, because um, you treat people how you want to be treated, and it's all about self-development. So the moment you understand yourself, you can understand others. When you look into people's zodiac sign and true character and their true nature, then you can understand why people are behaving the way they're behaving. They were created that way, but astrology and tarot give us a way um, to understand different people, but more importantly, understand ourselves, because a lot of people are lost. Okay, you need to see yourself as a person that is handsome or beautiful. Start working on that. Who are you behind this mask? You're very good looking. Okay, you are a stranger to yourself, because damn, somebody else coming to you as a stranger. This stranger coming to you is you, because I am all about self-healing, self-actualization, and growth. Okay, so who you are is telling you to live in the moment. Be you. Don't care. Say goodbye to the old version of yourself. Say goodbye to the version of people that thought you were your shadow self. They are your shadow self if they don't want to change. Okay, you get it? So these people thought that you changed. Yeah, that's because you're supposed to, right? But if people misjudged you, that's because people have a tendency to project their false self onto others. There's a lot of people in the church faking like they holier than thou when you know they're not. There's a lot of spiritual people that's misrepresenting spirituality. There's a lot of people that's misjudging and trying to compete and trying to see who get the most dollars out of being spiritual. And some people just tapping in, tapping in, tapping in, tapping in, and they're not taking time to really heal themselves and do the meditation work. You'll know if you're listening to a person that is of a higher vibration, because the energy may make you feel like you need to change, whether you need to tap out. If the vibration is high and you feel like you need to tap out, that's your intuition telling you to look at self, because why are you projecting negativity onto self? Because if somebody's high vibrational and they're not doing anything to you but trying to help you heal, and you're running and judging them, then you got to look at self. And that's the most realest thing. But then when you're spiritual, you start to when you become more spiritually aware, it's so much more than light incense and sage and all that. Those are scents. Just like we like perfume or cologne to freshen up the energy, diffusers and things like that. These all derive from herbs and oils. You can use them in different ways. And where people's ignorance come from is that they don't understand how you can manipulate herbs. They think seasoning is coming out of the crack of a pig's ass or some shit. I don't know what they be thinking. But herbs, seasonings come from herbs. They're all plants. And people don't really understand because science is boring. And it's designed that way. Nowadays, the psychological warfare is to keep you asleep. And then if you're asleep, your children are asleep. And nobody's awake. And then you kill off your generation because your own beliefs are negative and false. And then you think that you are supposed to be doing one thing and you're unhappy. So, okay, now you're going to have to start giving a side eye to people that don't want to come and apologize and sweet talk you, because when you are blocking people off respectfully, you could just be not answering the phone just so that you can have some you time. And there can be people that are off on the other end that don't like that. And so they will project negative energies onto you. And if you are aware of yourself, you can feel it. You can feel it because you know you're trying to do, you're not even trying, you're just healing, minding your business. And then all of a sudden you may feel drawn to a certain energy. Okay, this video is for the people that are really trying to heal. I may do some videos where I tap in and the energy comes to me and it's full of drama because I may have been watching something, right? And then now I'm purging that energy in a healthy way because I have to process it. And so I know a lot of people are on different frequencies. If I'm watching something, you watching the same damn thing. Now I got to clear it out because I'm not trying to pass off the toxicity, because when I'm aware of self, I'm trying to put it on the table and see how I need to heal. But that's why there are videos that constantly come out, because it's constant adapting to change, right? As spiritualists, we listen to others. We work with our own community of people that we know resonate with us. Readers listen to other readers because we need confirmation, right? Sometimes we just let the confirmation come to us. But when we deal with people, because you have to have human contact, you pick up on vibrations of others and you'll know what's healing for you and what's not. Okay. But if I put out a video, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going through a certain energy. It's I'm aware and I'm sorting it out. And if you are on a certain frequency and you tap into it, you're aware and you sort it out now because you have clarity on what's going on around you. But the illusion is that if you're okay and if you look around you, you have the basic needs, right? And you have your hope and your faith, then you know everything's going to be all right. So then, therefore, the energy can give you clarity and help restore you. So you have to constantly go to a higher perspective and see that. Now, Pisces is the ruler of addictive behaviors, right? We drink, we smoke, we watch things, we do things to help us heal from what is toxic. So people reflect themselves onto others, and how we respond shows us if we need to heal in different areas of toxicity. All right. So now, let's see what energy you need to know from here. Because I feel anybody that's tapping into you, trying to confuse you and use you, you just need to be aware that uh, when you're feeling messed up, okay, look at yourself and say, why am I feeling this way? Start breaking it down with the 5 W's. And then you're going to use how as a means of a way out, your means of transportation out of the scenario. So, boom, we start off with, why am I feeling this way? Okay. According to the energy that's out, because you still have people that you consider family members or friends that are in a different vibration, and the toxicity forms in trauma bonding. So you oftentimes you have to turn away from what no longer serves you. It's just energy. It doesn't mean you have to say F them forever, but you have to have boundaries because you got to be aware of self. Because if you're constantly exchanging with toxic people that you grew up with or from your past or the same friends, you're not evolving. So you have to learn how to put boundaries up and love people with boundaries. It doesn't have to be such a long distance. You see what I'm saying? But it just has to be boundaries, because respect, it's all about respect. People don't respect your boundaries, so you have to show them how to treat you, because see, Aries is an action-based sign. Leo is action. Sagittarius is action. You have to, you got to, action speaks louder than words. So you got to show to prove, okay? And you have to show to improve. So keep living living in the moment, okay? Anything that is coming toward you is being turned away, any negativity, okay, you're going to have to block people off so that you can shift and realign. Take you some spiritual baths, okay? See, somebody's bloodline is cursed. So if you are a generational curse breaker, if you are the one that had to really look at yourself and heal because your family, your bloodline may have been cursed. People may have tried to curse you. They didn't want you to grow out of a situation, and then they want to come back and sweet talk. You got to look at them with the third eye open. You got to be able to see your enemies for who they are, because Pisces shows us who our hidden enemies are. That is moon energy. Who you don't know is in the closet with the bullshit. Okay? You got to trust your gut. Whatever your gut is telling you, you know that there are people that are really not cheering from you. Your biggest fan is a stranger. And your biggest enemy, because let me see if you can see it. We're going to get this lighting right. We really are. Okay, your biggest hater is a family member, and your biggest fan is a stranger. Because had your family members been your biggest fan, and they would, if they were supportive of each other, if you grew up in a family that was toxic, then everybody was taught to compete, and there should be no competition because you come from the same tree. All right, so somebody coming toward you got the crazy eyes, the yin and yang sandpackle eyes. Okay, like the Charles Manson eyes, the big eyeballs, where you can see all the whites around. This person has really, really big eyes, or this person is probably shocked. Um, Somebody's eyes is bugged out. You could be seeing this online. I feel somebody's on drugs. Okay, I see someone that is under a criminal investigation of some type. Somebody could just be trying to figure out what you got going on. I see a lot. The person coming toward you is a liar that can't look nobody in the damn eyes when you talk to them. So whoever this family member is, pay attention. They look like it looks like a twin, so it could be Gemini energy. This is like the house of siblings. Okay, so there could be if you are a chosen one, you stand out from certain generations and bloodlines in your family. There may more than likely there was a curse on your family, and you had to be the one to change and break generational curses. But the energy is always going to represent itself to see if you are aware and ready to break toxicity. Okay, your family had a curse on them, and see a lot of people were tempted because the Black Widow energy is like, think of a spider. When she makes her weave, her web is weaved from lies. And then she can get people to come and fall into her trap, and then she consumes them. So I feel someone likes to, these people may feel stuck, okay? Your ancestors are applying pressure because you are a chosen one, okay? So it's time to keep you need to keep fighting. Protect your head at night, protect your mind, protect your spirit, protect your spiritual body. Don't break someone broke spiritual laws on your family, and they tried to curse your bloodline. Okay? Um, what you need to accept is that you do have a gift of psyche. Okay? And you were called to be awakened. Someone was tempted by a black widow somewhere down the family line. Okay? Beware of someone trying to tempt you out of your abundance. They're someone likes to fight, start arguments. They are triggering. They're being blocked from coming toward you. Okay? Because somebody got a lot of drama that they're trying to come toward you with. You have to block access. You have to deny people access to you at this time because you need to heal. There's nothing personal, but it's personal when it comes to you, because you have to be the one chosen one to choose yourself, to change, and to accept yourself for who you are. Okay, you have to trust the energy. Okay, there are people hating on a spiritual level. People hate on you for your gifts, but there's nothing you can do about that. If you're around toxic family members that make you feel confused about who you are around them, then you're around the wrong people, because family can be karmic soulmates. They are karmic soulmates because they're part of your soul contract. Okay, that's the house of Leo. The kids, and that's also the house of Gemini, the third house, 3 and 5. 3 and 5 makes 8. So if you look at the family dynamic, that is the strength. Is it a strong dynamic? There's a lot of people that are going through a lot of situations when it comes to legalities. They play a big role in the family, in this energy that I'm seeing. Someone that's coming towards you that you don't know is someone in the legal sector. Someone is a Gemini. I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I definitely see Libra. Okay. There is someone is questioning the paternity. So there are paternity issues in the family. There are divorces that are at a high rate in the family. Um, there are issues with property in the family. There was property that was stolen. Um, people, your bloodline was cursed for the gifts that you possess. Okay, somebody is dealing with, there's a lot of issues with child support in the family, paternity, and there's all sorts of traffic scenarios happening at this time in this family dynamic, or the energy with these friends, people that are close to you. You get the point. Okay, so you need to be aware that these are people that do not have access to the spiritual realm like you do. And if you are healing, okay, you are aware that um yes, people's energy are stuck in between worlds right now, and they're fighting, resisting change. See, these are karmic family members. Somebody's family member is still stuck in you don't know them, but someone's family member is in purgatory, like their spirit is still fighting for justice. I see someone's spirit is trying to come back through someone's body, and they're trying to swap destinies. So be careful. And wow, someone is a spirit that you don't know, an unfamiliar spirit, because this is what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, the person is trying to gain access to you to possess your gifts, your body. They're trying to come back in this into your body. Your ancestors have also as you awaken, your ancestors kind of like taken over your energy, and they're helping to guide you. I feel like for others, I even see a skin snatch. I'm not even going to front. I see someone that is, it's like the same spirit, different body. So the same way, I'm trying to break it down so I can make it make sense in the 3D. Excuse me. There's a spirit that took over possession of someone's body in order to break these curses, because there was a situation where a black widow tempted someone out of their abundance, and then the bloodline was cursed. Someone cursed their bloodline, and there is an entity attached to this person because the person has broken spiritual laws. the spiritual law that they broke because they're a spiritual hater. They were doing I hear blood spells, and whatever they did, they tried to do a destiny swap. The person is being warned and turned around. They fucked around. And they're gonna find out because there is a spirit that was summoned. Um, Someone conjured up something, and they broke spiritual law. Yeah, they guilty of it. They did it. Someone broke spiritual law. So whatever these spiritually and legally, they broke laws. They broke laws when it came to like coveting others' blessings. Someone abandoned the families. Different law, the vows that you take when you get married. That's breaking spiritual law. Okay. There's just the Ten Commandments. That's breaking spiritual law. Okay. And so I feel someone lost a loved one that is in purgatory and they're trying to come back in another person's body, and so you have to change and adapt. Okay? That's for somebody. I see the chosen one out here, so I see you are needing to adapt to a change. You have to become a different version of self also. So I this is how I'm trying to apply it. But long time ago, there was a curse on the bloodline. So as a chosen one, you awakened and you took the lead, right? So like you're uh you are the head of your generation now. I feel like there are people in a family that are doing different types of spells and just trying to curse a person's bloodline, even if they are sending negative energy, if they are speaking negatively over someone. Okay, so let's see. Someone being a false prophet. So that would speak about Neptune with Sagittarius. Okay. So someone was dealing with someone who claimed to be spiritual. And a person tried to definitely tried to swap destinies. They tried to swap destinies with you. But they're being turned around because they don't have access to you. So when I look into this, you need to be careful. See, yes, that incubi. Be careful because there are energies where people have spirits attached to them. This is a STD, a sexually transmitted demon. Somebody has a demon on them. They have conjured up spirits that they can't get rid of because they broke spiritual law. So when you look at people being disloyal and being at a disharmony with the Holy Spirit, the Most High, and they don't want to change, their soul becomes trapped. I see someone was trying to steal someone's energy too. And this person is experiencing paranormal shit. They seeing shit that ain't there. I'm seeing someone is a body snatcher, soul snatcher. But your ancestors are telling you to protect yourself, guard your heart, protect your spirit, your spiritual body, your mind. Be aware, be of sober alert, stay in alignment because somebody wants your soul. And I do see someone's soul in purgatory, somebody's a toxic family member that has passed on and they're trying to come back. Someone is trying to make someone come back because the soul is trapped in another life. Damn, that's deep. It's an incubi, and then there's a succubi, and then there's a Jezebel spirit. That's it. See, but their access is denied. So someone is trying to feed off your energy at this time. There's a strange, someone you don't even know. It's an unknown, unfamiliar energy. So you need to be aware. Someone was messing with, um, they were tempted. Okay. So the way you look at this body snatcher, destiny swap, it is someone that, see, this is like that Lilith energy. Lilith is in Libra. Lilith being the first wife, okay, trying to retrieve someone's spirit. See, someone is trying to get your energy, your soul's energy, but they're not going to get it. They're not going to be it's like the energy that you're tapping into, or people that you are around. People are jealous because they want your your soul. They want your personality. They want your skin. They want to be you. People are copying you. You have people that are trying to do magic on you as a person, but they're being blocked. There's a lot of people that have that are blocked access to the higher realm because they're refusing to do the inner work. Okay, and you see that clearly. Soul retrieval. Be mindful and start looking into ways to protect yourself and ways to protect your mirrors. If you have a mirror in your bedroom, um, I'm seeing the telephone, the cell phone. Okay, there's a lot of messed up people around you. One of the hints is somebody has sensitivity in their teeth. It's the bottom row. Capricorn rules over the bones. The teeth are bones, basically. So this person could be a Capricorn. Aries is the head. This person could be an Aries. This person could be an Aquarian, Gemini, Libra. Someone needs to get themselves right because they are operating out of a incubi, succubi, Jezebel energy. They are guilty of breaking all types of spiritual law. These are karmic family members, and this is why it feels like it's tough. It feels like it's a tough battle for you. There's all kind of shit going down in this particular family scenario. Somebody's house is haunted. They're experiencing haunted objects in their home. Somebody's feeling lonely, depressed. Okay, somebody's eyes is all bugged out. Somebody's out here prostituting, sleeping with people's men, selling theyself. There's different people pulling off your energies. There's masculine and feminine demons. Somebody got bodies on them. Okay? This is what you don't know about the person that you don't know, that you are eyeing, or the person that you are admiring. Okay? This person has a lot of karmic contracts that they needed to break. And it's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to deny people access to you. You have to, because you have to treat yourself like you are the parent that is guarding and protecting your inner child. There's people that did spells and stuff in the past, and they cursed their own bloodline. So now, chosen one, you have to be the one to change the dynamic of the gift that you possess, because someone was abusing the powers that they had. Okay. um and a spiritual hater is somebody that just don't even, they like you say you got something good going on, secretly they hating on you on a spiritual level. You know why? Because you knew you chose to protect yourself. You allowed the ancestors to you trusted that the ancestors had your back. You trusted that the Most High has your back. You now have trust of yourself. And so the fact that you trust that these energies want your energy, you understand how, look how powerful you are. You're a very powerful being. You are a spiritual being that's having a human experience. So you have to trust in what you don't see. There's whatever the people that you will get around, you get confused. If you think that someone did something, pay attention, because your intuition is saying this person that you think is whatever you think that they did when it comes to legalities, they did it. There's evidence. And in due time, the truth will come out. Ancestors are applying pressure to people that owe you. Anybody took money from you, anybody that took or stolen something that belongs to this family, to your family, I'm speaking from the ancestors. People that are found guilty, they're going to get it. Because guess what? The spell is going to backfire. People are experiencing losses, lost souls that are trying to come back into your body. So if you look at it like this, who were you before in a previous life? You know, you have to discover that, and in time, as you heal, you'll discover who you possibly were in another life. Your birth chart will tell you that. But some people are with the purgatory. The way you can flip this is by um, someone being in between worlds right now. Don't travel too far to the point where you can't come back, right? So stay balanced between spirituality and practicality, and take care of get these relationships back in order. Find your balance, find your peace. If you're a person that's been out here and you've been riding dirty and all that, you need to get that right. If you're dealing with different contractual issues, you need to get those right. Because if you don't, it's going to hurt more and more and more. The more you run, the harder the damn damages will be. So, I mean, when you look at the soul, you got to find out where you are. But by looking at the self, when did you start feeling like this? When you went wherever, what energies did you pick up? Why? By looking at why do you feel this way? Okay. Whoever caused an imbalance in your life and wants to come back, you need to use your discernment. That's what Libra is saying. There's a lot of secrets in a person's family, but you have to discover them, because ain't nobody going to tell you. And as you heal, and as you are willing to accept yourself and accept that these people are lessons, so that you can discover how to get back to Sesame Street, all sorts of trauma bonds form due to the addictions. That's Pisces. So in order to become more spiritual, you got to stay balanced, right? But the balance comes from uh, truth and understanding. You got to be willing to accept people for whatever they did and for whatever happened and for what energy that was projected. And you have to find forgiveness, because this was part of the spell. You have to be the one that breaks the spell, breaks the curse. Because your ancestors can't come back here. They can only, because it's energy. If you look at a ball of light, okay, if you operate out of the light, some of the ancestors, there's good and there's bad ancestors, okay? Somewhere along the line in the past, there was a contract that was left imbalanced. There was an injustice in the family. And as I do more videos, that will be revealed. Somebody was a heavy smoker. But nonetheless, you have to change, because we are in a different time now. We have to fix what was messed up. And you can't judge another person for being on their spiritual journey. You can call somebody a fake this and a fake that. They'll prove themselves to be of God or of the Dark Lord. Okay? Signs, symbols, and synchronicities all have different meanings. There's good and bad, good and evil in all things, because this world is convoluted and confusing, and it's meant to do that so you can stay in psychological war with yourself and stay unconscious. And if you're constantly looking for others for validation and judging others, what happens is you're basically really judging yourself, because we're all mirrors. We're reflecting one another based on the program, based on the holographic reality that we are given. So how you maneuver the matrix is up to you. You can stay stuck, but you can't sit there for long. You have to decide and make a choice. So spiritually, if you look at the purgatory, that's like in the middle, okay? If we're flipping the perception, because you have to be open-minded with Pisces and Sagittarius. You have to explore different ways out of a scenario. If you, I'm not even going to go there because I'm not, nope. Give me something different to say. You have to be willing to accept who you are, because who you are was heavily influenced by who you were told you were. So now you have to discover who you are. And if you claim to operate out of love and peace, but you are trying to change and rearrange people based on your perception of who they are, then you're not healing yourself. If you are influencing people that they can help themselves, that's a different story. That's a different scenario. Okay. So let's look at some advice for you, and then we're going to go ahead and close this out. I hope this message gave you a little bit of insight. I don't want to give you too much right now, but you need to discover the truth of a scenario. There's a reason why you see people doing different things in their life, because their family had different curses placed on their lives, and everybody is on a frequency based on their assignment. So each person has a birth chart that says what they are supposed to do. And you're going to question what you're supposed to do, because people want you to think. Keyword is think. That's not spirit. That's thought. That's the logical side. So you can't rely on the logical aspect all the time. If you're too spiritual, you may need to come down and find balance. If you're too practical, you may need to go up and be a little bit spiritual with it. You got to know how to tweak yourself, okay? Not tweak out. Not tweak out. We're not going that far into Pisces. Bring it back. Now, in order to heal yourself, you got to be able to go into the dark, look at the ugly, the good, the bad. I embrace my voice when it's dark and deep, and I be sounding like a little boy. Oh, well. I embrace it when it's soft. I embraced myself when I gained a whole bunch of weight. I embraced myself when I didn't have a lot of weight. I embraced myself in all the different ways, because I can't expect nobody to love me in any type of way if I didn't love myself that way. I had to learn how to accept myself and things in all ways as it is. That is how you move forward. Now, the ego will tell you that you ain't got to do this, you ain't got to do that. Well, that means you're choosing the hard road. You have to choose happy. It's that simple. When you choose happy and you choose love and you choose peace, there's no fight about it. Acceptance without fear. Many people are going to be dealing with insecurities. Come out of that. That is a fear, because you will manifest that fear. If you're afraid to lose someone, you have to face that challenge, because what you are afraid of. You ever see those scary movies and they be like, what are you afraid of? You know what I'm saying? And they be all running. Everybody's running. That's all ideas, figments of your imagination. Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a figment of the imagination. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger was based off of the gay population back in the day. There's all types of clues and signs and synchronicities in the movie, because that was a time where gay was looked down upon. It was secretive. but there was different types of messages about that. Now we have evolved and people have come out, okay, and we have to adapt. So as spirits, we can't judge another person because you don't know where they were at in a previous life, and you don't know what this person's position is and what contract they have to fulfill in this life. We are at a spiritual battle, and if you're sitting there judging people for trying to change, then you're not going to change. You're going to be the one to lose every time. You're going to always lose that battle, because as long as a person is choosing themselves and they're choosing to fight them demons, ain't nothing you can do, because all you got to do is choose. Because once you got the armor of God and you got the universe at your back, right, and you operating out of your light, there's nothing that can, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. You are the judge. You call people out and you find them guilty in the spirit realm because you can see what they did. People that are breaking spiritual law and pretending to be false practitioners and false leaders, you should never advise one to hurt another. Ever. If you have to do that, guess what? You're breaking spiritual law, because you are not supposed to touch the soul. You can tempt, right? Incubi, succubi energies. You can tempt all day, but you shall not touch their spirit. And therefore, as long as you understand that basic law, that's why you don't let the devil tempt you. You have to be aware, because spiritual law says, the law of the universe says that as long as you accept that thing or that scenario as it is, then that is what you are accepting into your life. But if you are aware that, and I see 12:12, so which is talking about the mirror, so you're looking at yourself. So when you are aware of something being dark and not right with your spirit, if it's not resonating with your soul, that is a sign. If you are listening to songs that are telling you different things, you're aware of what the words are, the vibrations that they carry, but you're listening to the message, because if you understand messengers, they communicate through numbers, colors, signs, secret. They communicate quietly. You have to find meaning in them. That's spirituality. Some people use signs and symbols and frequencies and numbers to manipulate your emotion. But if you maintain spirituality, if you maintain a state of consciousness in the mind, because that's what spirituality is, it's consciousness, then you can heal. But if you don't want to flip your mind, you don't want to flip your mind, you're not going to get the new perspective. I don't know what type of remix that was. But you got to send negative energy back. You have to be the one to call them spirits and them demons out. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. You got to be the one to call them spirits and them demons out. Tell the devil to get behind you. Okay. What is the message to leave out to close out this reading? Mirror. I just said that. Situations are revealing parts of you that you still need to accept. And what do your ancestors want you to know? So you are being triggered to heal. It's nothing you can do if people are trying to do this or that except protect yourself. Use the power of the word of God to cast the spell of positivity over your life. That is the God spell. And if ain't nothing higher and greater than God, than Christ, then come on. Get that book open and start saying prayers over your life. Because a person can do all types of things, but a devil and a demon and a vampire can only come in if you invite them. So when you invite different spirits, you invite these energies to manipulate you. You have to be aware, because there are people that are fighting demons that, on a spirit level, these spirits know time is winding down. There are spirits that are not even realizing that they're not in their body yet, but they're just in purgatory, right? People are astral projecting and fucking around and getting stuck in the spirit realm because they ain't got no business trying to inhabit somebody's body. Pay attention. Well, you can't pay attention when you sleep, but try to take note of your dreams. Yeah, pay attention. Stay woke in your dreams. Damn it. I said it right. Stay woke in your dreams. Yeah, see, that's going to be the message. Celebrations. Take time to appreciate people while they're with us and create lasting memories that can be shared for years. And this is all about family. Okay, we're still in the moon of Cancer, um, but you're mirroring with your twin flame soulmates. You are your twin flame, but these soulmates reflect different versions of you. You're the representative now. You can't let everybody tell you who you are. You got to discover that. Discover your truth. All right? Religious leader. See, this involves someone that is false, a false religious leader. Group supporting a pastor, giving a sermon, and engaging with community. Somebody may have a calling to pastor, to be a prophet or a prophetess. But you got to get through these different steps because you need to know how spirits work. You have to go through the battle. You got to, wherever you came from, you came from the bottom, you got to build yourself back up. And if you allow people to tell you you're doing it wrong, then you're living for others and you're living to listen to man. And man will fail you every time because it's a dog eat dog world, and people only want to one up you so that they can be the best and they can be the chosen. They can be the 144,000, and it's just 144,000 that can go, and it's not you. You're not accepted. All right, accept yourself then. I'm the mammy. I'm the pappy. You know, be kind to your neighbors. It's important to take the initiative and appreciate the small acts of kindness. Be a friend, be a neighbor, all right? Honor your ancestors. Repast. Offering comfort through food is a way to show support for those who have lost a loved one. Show support to those that have came before you. Don't forget them. You're not worshiping the dead. The spirit don't die. It's energy. The energy got to go somewhere. As you transform and transmute, okay, you got to take on the spirits that came, your ancestral spirits that are going to help you keep going forward, because they got you to where you was at. They came to their point in life and then you were born. Boom. Now it's time to get in alignment so that you can start this assignment. The path is open now. It's opening up. Get out there and discover yourself. But keep it cute, keep it classy, okay, boo-boo? Okay, boo-boo, sweetie darling. You graduate with the honor. Get out there and shine. Keep moving, okay? You might supposed to be the first lady or something. I don't know. Come on now. Put a little chicken on the plate. Get the cooking. Get hot. You know what it is. Stop playing. Discover yourself. Stop giving a damn what people think. If people support you, people support you. If they don't, then that's the answer, right? You don't need nobody's approval to be who you are. But you need to discover who the real and who the fake pastors are. Why you can't pastor over your life if you know God, if God took you through it and brought you to it. Who is anyone to call you a demon or a devil? What are you doing if you're helping people? If we are reflections of one another, if we are mirroring one another and someone is calling you the demon, you're an honorable person. How they gonna call you something that they don't even know you? You're highly respected and highly honored. And don't lower your standards and your voice for nobody. You stand out and do you and be you. Take the information, take it as it resonates, leave what don't, but you keep going. Stand up for yourself. Take a stand. Whatever injustice was done, you need to remember that you got ancestors behind you that are like, come on, what you doing? What you mean? Let's take a break. What you mean? Let's go back right quick. What you mean? You think you 1919 on the clock, which is a 111 because it's 11919. Okay, so that means follow your intuition. Stay elevated. Okay, what you mean you want to go back and feel? You know what ancestors had to do to get away from this, break out of them chains? You talking about? I think I forgot my purse. Oh hell no! I think I forgot that lover that I loved that didn't really give a fuck about me. Oh hell no! What's she doing? She by herself. What's she doing? She by herself, standing on her own. What's she doing? Standing on her own. You better work. Look at her. Look at them watching her. She marching to the beat of her own drum. Look at them. People are looking to her. Look at her. Standing in her truth, her dignity, being honorable. She's smart. He's smart. Humble. You see what I'm saying? You're a good person. Keep freaking going because it takes a village. It really does. People can see things from different aspects and we can all help one another. And somebody has definitely got that Sagittarius energy because you are the hunter. You have one admirable trait of the hunter is their constant diligence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike with patience and precision. Be strategic in everything you do. Don't be quick to act. Take a look at yourself and discover what changes need to be made. Don't be afraid to make those changes, all right? I wish you peace, love, and light. I wish no harm to any enemy. I wish that they can take their energy back, though. And we would like to request a nice glass of peace, love, and light. Thank you, universe. And we would like to send any negative, unwanted energies back into the dark in exchange for light because we are transmuters, we are the transformers, we are the healers, we are the ones that are chosen to elevate and ascend in this time of darkness. And all you have to do to be a chosen one is to choose yourself. When you deny yourself, you deny God's gift. When you look to man to figure out who you are, you're denying yourself and you're not trusting in yourself. You're saying you don't think you got the power of the tongue over your life and that somebody else has authority over your life. Okay, well, you keep thinking that way and you're going to always look to man or woman or the human race to elevate you and lift you up. 222. Stay balanced in positive and negative energies, right? By finding your discernment, find balance in between the light and dark. So, okay, like, share, comment, subscribe, please. I hope this message was informative, and I hope it is healing, and I hope it is elevating, and I hope you are going to be enlightened in a way where you can heal yourself as you are on your journey. It is 12:21, which is telling me at this time and you made it this far to the video, you are reflecting with your masculine or feminine, and so you are about to behave in a manner where you are your true self. So stay on your true path. You're going to be presented with bullshit. Just continue to block what you don't need and be open to what you do need. Okay? All right, so I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.